Welcome everyone to the Absolutely Unnecessary podcast, joined by Joe, Luciano and Dylan, and our special is a kind word, but we're joined by Luke Stocks, and he's as about as special as the outfit he's put on for the event today. So thanks for joining us. So what have we got him in for? He's like on Biggest Loser or some weight loss thing or some shit.
Before we get into it, and this is something, you've lost a lot of weight, Stocky.
We have lost a bit of timber, lads. Yeah.
I reckon you looked better before, but...
I don't think so, lad. Nah.
Yeah, you look less likely to die.
I look less than you then now.
Yeah.
You're fatter than me now.
Yeah. What are you walking around at?
About 88 now. From like.
Can we just introduce who this guy is? We didn't pick him up off the street.
Oh,
it may look like it.
I saw you fought on Rogue on that novice thing. It didn't go for long, but I remember
that's part of it. That's on the notes.
Yeah.
Thought that was gonna get
If we need 15 seconds of filler at the end, we can put that on. I suppose.
So, Luke, apart obviously with your funny accent from Liverpool,
Yeah.
how long have you been training at the gym?
Absolute. I started off in St Kilda gym probably about 5 years ago.
And you were Larry's main training
And then
partner.
Larry
in
was
your
my main
intro
trainer.
class.
I'm surprised it's still here.
Yeah, my ribs got crushed quite regularly because Larry wasn't as slender as Larry is now back then. Like,
To be honest,
so,
neither were you, were.
no, yeah, but yeah. And so we started off doing the jiu-jitsu in St Kilda. I always wanted to do it, but I just never really had the balls to go down the gym on my own. But one of the lads was training there, and I went, you know what, fuck it. I'll go down and have a go. And then by chance, Larry was like, I think it was Larry's first class as well. Started off doing jiu-jitsu, and then, yeah, it wasn't really for me. To be fair,
Being under Larry?
yeah.
I don't think it's for anyone.
We started doing Muay Thai with Glenn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Glenn
started
Friend,
doing it with Glenn, and then got enjoying that.
Yeah.
That was cool, and then met Jack before
Yeah.
Jack became who Jack is today, and then started like doing PTs with Jack, and then ends up coming down here and started training here. Then it was it was been good fun doing it. Like got to meet all the boys, Dylan, Joe, myself.
Yeah.
Not too fussed about meeting you. Like,
Yeah.
but now it's been good. Yeah, like the training with like. But you don't realise, like, these are, like, actually professional athletes, you know what I mean? And it's, like, the only sport that you get to share the same training sessions as lads who are, like, towards the top end of the game. Like, so it's good learning curve, like, especially when you're training with the boys who are really good, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how it started. And then, obviously, I haven't been training as much at the gym recently because, obviously, we've been up to other things at the moment, but I would like to come back again, and once this one I'm up to is finished and be in a bit better shape than last time, and we'll have a go again, like
So obviously you're training for like a half. Oh, is it half Ironman or full Ironman?
Full Ironman, yeah. So obviously we're doing it for charity and that, but the reason we're doing the Ironman is like because obviously I've never thought I could do like I couldn't swim.
Yeah.
Never ran further than 5
You
foot.
seem pretty buoyant, though.
Yeah, yeah. They had a bit of extra timber to keep me floating up, like, but that's not going to go against me swimming in the sea, lad. I might look like a seal in them wetsuit, like, but yeah. So never ran further than 5k. Couldn't swim. Didn't own a bike since I was like 12 years old. You know what I mean? Still don't own a bike. I've got Joe's. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So the
BMX. You're just gonna do
Huffy.
yeah. So and then.
Now, Luke, you and I are actually friends outside of this as well.
Yes.
I've got no fucking idea how far an Ironman is or what it is.
So an Ironman is a 3.8 kilometre swim and then straight into a 180 kilometre bike ride and then a full marathon after that.
Wow. I thought you were swimming like 800 meters, running for 3K.
It's a big. So I worked it out, the bike rides, like riding from Mordialloc to Geelong and back, and then running from Mordialloc to Altona on top of a 3.8 kilometre swim. After that, like, so.
With the swim, how does that, I'm not a good swimmer myself, how does 3.8 Ks in the pool translate to running? Like, is that similar to doing a 40k run?
No, like swimming's like an art, man. It's like jiu-jitsu or something. It's a lot of technique more than it is like brute strength. You know what I mean? Like you got to catch the water the right way, and once you get your breathing down, like getting the breathing flow, that was the most difficult part of, because you start panicking and hyperventilating in the water, because you're essentially drinking water as you're trying to exercise, and then yeah, it's not good. But the
I don't think you're doing it right. I'm no known swimming coach, but
I know, but I couldn't swim, so like you're trying to turn your head, and then you're drinking the water, and then you're panicking, and then you're gassing out because you're panicking. But swimming in the pool
sounds like the same as jiu-jitsu.
Sounds like jiu-jitsu for me, yeah. But so swimming in the pool is completely different than swimming in the sea. So it was this week actually we did our first open water swim, and man, it was terrifying, to be fair. I'm not gonna, like, because in Mordialloc the seabed's flat, and then it's like a scene off Jaws, man. It just goes dark. Do you know what I mean? Immediately, and like we're in Australia, man, there's shit, like I don't know where there's much happening in the bay, like, but when you come from the UK, man, you just see like there's fucking tiger sharks here, there's that thing here, and like the power of the water as well, man. Like it just sucked me right out, like, and it's like, wow, this is I think I've bit off a little bit more than we can chew here, but we'll keep going and we'll have a go, like 100%. Yeah.
I suppose because I know nothing about it, I didn't really realise the how big a deal it is what you're doing, going from basically nothing training at all, to this. Yeah, like it's pretty extreme.
Yeah, well, hopefully by doing this that we can inspire a few people along the way, that if they've got something that they want to do and they've got no experience in doing, they're scared doing it, then maybe if they see me going from not being able to swim, never ran further than 5k, like this is like my version of like Mount Everest. You know what I mean? I'm trying to climb to the top of it and hopefully raise as much money for mental health awareness, and then obviously we do all the stuff on the Instagram and I tell people how my day-to-day feelings, life, or all the stuff like that, and then maybe that just come from work. You know what I mean? Like maybe there'll be a few lads in the trade, like the tradie side of things, that might look at me and go, well, if he can do it, and I can have a go at it, like, sort of a thing. So that's
do you think if you actually give it a crack and then you don't do it, that you'll uninspire people to give it a crack?
Well, no, because I thought about this. So how it all came about is that we were in work one day, and my mate Javi's also doing the thingy, but he's a bit different. He's ex-military, but he's an athletic man, like he's a talented swimmer. And he said, "Do you want to do an Ironman?" And I said, "Nah, lad, what are you talking about, man? I can't even swim, can't run." And if all day and all night, it proper pissed me off. I was like, nah, fuck it, no, I can do this, like, no. And then, like, no, I can't do it.
I think your first instinct was right, Stocksy.
Yeah, maybe it was, maybe it was, but like, and then I thought in my head, like, maybe even if I do fail, I'll still be 10 times the man I am here.
100%.
I'll be, if I don't do it, I'll still be better off, like, do you know what I mean? So, like, and it would always annoy me. To the day I died, if I didn't have a go, at least, you know what I mean? At least have a go. Like, what have I got to lose, man? Do you know what I mean? I've got nothing to lose.
Did you see the World Triathlon Championships that just went?
The guy
died. I saw that. That was fucking hectic.
Died, So what do you got?
Yeah. That's the pin. That's like their world. It's in Hawaii, isn't it? Yeah.
Is there any money in that? Is that like
No, I meant the guys that died.
Money
no, it was in Europe.
A Masters guy or something too.
It was like a 70-year-old Masters or 60-year-old.
He went out doing what he loved, I suppose. Like, it's not a bad way to go.
Yeah, probably a bit.
Like, is there any money in being
at
a
the
professional? I'd say, I think they get like $350,000 to win the Ironman.
Still
like,
not a rough.
Yeah,
it's a CrossFit for a while. I don't know where it's at now, but
for what the one thing that triathlon, like, it's like an expensive sport, man. Like, it's not, it's a rich man's sport. It's not for like the average person, sort of a thing. Because like, obviously you've got your bike, like, thank God I got a bike off Joe and a machine. There's like 2-3 grand straight away, and then you've obviously got your...
That's a cheap bike.
And that's it, that, like, you can get bikes for like $20,000 and stuff like that, and then obviously you've got your tri-suit, your wetsuit, your running shoes, your memberships at the gyms, the swimming bath membership.
And your coaching too, like, you've, what I like about you, and we'll circle back to, your biggest achievement on Rogue, is that you, even though you do some of this crazy shit, you've done the Rogue thing, you'll always seek someone out that knows more than you do about it. So you've got a proper coach.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, his name's Josh. His coach called Turn Up. So he designs all your so it's not like you just go for a run or you just go for a swim or you just go for a bike. It's all like proper set training sessions. Like you'll do like tempo runs, you do zone 2 running, you'll do like swift workouts, cadence rides, all different equipment in the swimming pool. So I have like big paddles on my hands and stuff like that.
Like more resistance.
Like a buoy between my legs that like flattens you out, and so you can just do what. Like, so when I got injured a few weeks ago, I'd done loads of swimming, but it was just all upper body because you have like a flotation device between your legs. It gets in when you like, you know, you start like digging deeper into it. It does get interesting. It's not just as simple as.
And then how deep into it are you? Like, how many weeks have you been in prep?
This will be the 14th week now.
14th.
What distances are you doing now? Like your long runs and your bikes? So
he keeps you down to like. At the minute, we're in like prep work for the actual main, like say like usually have like a training camp, but usually have like a sort of like a pre-training camp, like a
like fitness
card.
GPP.
That's what we're in at the minute, so we won't really push you any further than like it's timed runs now. So we do like an hour on the bike and then a 50-minute run, or we'll do an hour and a half on the bike and a 20-minute run, or we'll do like an hour and a half swimming or an hour swimming, like, but then as we get to what, like 14 weeks out, he was saying, that's when the big distances like will come. Like you won't ever do like a pre-Ironman. I won't, like my first attempt at that will be on the day sort of thing.
But you will have run a marathon at times, and you will have done.
I've done a half marathon one night after work when I was pissed off, like.
Best time.
I came home one day like, and I was just having a proper bad day, man, and I was running 10k. And then, you have that little fart in your head going, yeah, you can't do this. You're just like, I'll fucking show you now for saying that.
Is that when you did your knee?
It was probably not. It probably wasn't long after that happened. Yeah. Funny enough, you messaged me on the day that we were that thing. So put up on me like, so I will show the bad side as well as the good side. So I put up on me stories like, I'm having a shit day here, blah blah, but fuck it, we're gonna go and train and do it anyway, sort of a thing. And you messaged me actually on the day, you speaking as I was running, and then just 21. Listen, boys, I didn't even dream of running 21 kilometers ever in whole life. Yeah. So even doing that wasn't achieved. It was good.
And how many kilos are you down from the start?
From the very start, I'm about 18 to 18 kilos down. Like,
you were a big boy.
I was big, man. I was big. Yeah, it was real big. So. But that was, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this sort of training as well, because I wanted to lose the weight as well, like, you know what I mean? I'm not arsed about looking like a big chesty or nothing, like, but I wanted to at least be, you know, a lot leaner, like, fit into the clothes that I have and stuff like that, because at one point it was like, Jesus Christ, man, I'm not even fitting into these clothes anymore, like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it was good. It's good for that, like, it is good. It's good for this as well.
They're all byproducts of the activity, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's rather than actually focusing on weight loss, if you just do the volume of work and then...
Well, where you're running, you spend that time doing that much endurance training, like you're going to lose the weight, aren't you? You know what I mean? So it's good, like, I'm enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. It's something different as well, like, you know, like I've never done anything, so you're just learning constantly each day. Something new about yourself as well, because it's a lonely sport, you know, man. It's not like, you know, there's no camaraderie or nothing. It's you against you for hours.
The bike riding, you don't go riding with people?
Not really. Not really, man, nah.
No, because I used to always go cycling with mate.
So the...
Wanker.
No, but you'd always like...
Could never think about, like, you drive down. I live just off Beach Road, man. You see them all, and I used to be like that. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't, but now that's me.
Do you still get angry at them when you're driving?
Nah, man, because...
Now he gives them a wide berth. He's like, keep going, guys.
When first time I did it, right, and then I got ran over 3 times. It's scary, man, because people do come, like, real fucking close to you, man, like, and your tyres are only this wide, so if you hit a stone or so, you know, you're fucking going under the car, and people, like, normally kids with a mullet and a moustache will stick their head out the window, like, yeah, fucking, do you know what I mean, like, you get more insensitive, man, and fucking blasted after them then, and then,
Have you tried to chase people down?
I have tried to chase
100%
a few
you have.
people down. Yeah.
I've never did that.
Man, I'm not that quick. I'm just hoping to see a red light. You know, when they pull it, like, obviously they get caught at the red light.
But fucking trying to fight in those shoes, they're slippery as fuck.
Yeah, and you've got the...
You have to like, come over here on the grass where I can dig my feet.
So how many weeks till the event?
So the event is in...
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry. Nice one for having me, man. Thank you. So the Ironman itself is on the 15th of June. I've got my first ever triathlon 2 weeks on Sunday in Elwood, a 2XU, a sprint one. So that's in 2 weeks. And then we're doing the half Ironman in Geelong in March, I think that one is. So yeah, obviously I didn't want to just go into doing a full Ironman for my first ever triathlon, like, so we just like building towards.
It's fucking impressive, and like, you have got the GoFundMe up there, and you've raised a fair bit of cash. And you know, I think as men, we probably don't open up about the struggle that we all face.
Well, that's it, man. Like,
knowing you and Luke, you are unashamedly yourself. It is fucking hard to put yourself out there. You're not like a massive showy wanker.
Nah, man.
And it's refreshing to see, and I think it is super important. I just want to, like, I don't want to be all...
No, we can touch on it, lad, 100%. Yeah. Well, that's what the whole reason for doing this is for this. So, obviously, especially the line of work we're all in, do you know what I mean? Usually combat athletes, amateur, it's like, you know, it's hard, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, we get up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning every day, and like the most things lads have to look forward to is a fucking few beers on a Friday night, do you know what I mean, or whatever. But like, it's no one talks about it, man. I was in such a bad place, right? I wouldn't wish what was going on in my head to anybody. So maybe if I can open up a little bit, and like, so I'm just one of the boys, you know what I mean? Especially like coming from somebody like my character, do you know what I mean? Who's not like, you know, like I'm a man's man, like, do you know what I mean? And then see me being not so. We need to remove this word vulnerable around it, right? Because you're not being vulnerable. You're not being vulnerable, man. You're just fucking reaching out to somebody because your head's all over the place. Yeah. And that's it's the biggest killer. Suicide is the biggest killer of men under the age of 45, especially in the common man. Like you were a tradie man. We're like we don't get given enough praise. The common man, like, you know, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
The fucking grind.
The grind all day, lads, you know what I mean? You're doing 6 days a week, 50, 60-hour weeks. And then, you know, you get fucking, you get nothing. You get money for it, but like, it's a hard fucking life, man, do you know what I mean? And then, obviously, like, you see with, like, all the lads go for beers and stuff like that. I know that was one of my problems, is that the beer and the other stuff, do you know what I mean? Because, like, it's like you're trying to escape this thing that's in your head.
And it's so short term. Like, you know, I've spoken about my difficulties with alcohol and everything else as well. And for me, it was a very short term escape from the issues I was facing. And it was great for that short term, and then you fucking pay for it.
Well, you pay 10 times more the next day for it. Like, you're all right, you escape for a few hours with the lads, or great, you're having whatever, but then the next day, man, you're paying for what you've just done there 10 times over, like, do you know what I mean? So
you end up just it ends up becoming a vicious cycle.
It
then
does,
you feel,
man.
Fucking Saturday you feel great, Sunday, Monday shit. Come Wednesday, Thursday, you feel a bit better, you're ready to do the same thing all over again.
This is why exercise is so important for people like myself, because at the time you feel like shit when you're doing it, but you feel so good after it, and it lasts for long. Whereas drugs and alcohol, they make you feel great at the time, but absolutely fucking dreadful after it. You know what I mean? See, like, pick your poison, really. I'd rather go through shift for an hour, 2 hours, and then feel great for the rest of the evening and day than go through a party and then the next week. Like, fucks my whole week up, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, fuck my whole week up. Like, you don't do any of your food, you don't go training.
And then you eat shit, you don't train, you're not motivated.
It's not just the night, it's the days and stuff like that after it, do you know what I mean? And
you really affect, I feel like, you know, we've all partied, we've all fallen into that trap. You affect your, probably, I don't know what it's called, your dopamine reward system, because you get to a point where it's like, nothing compares. So the small stuff in life it's like if we go get a coffee now or we go get a nice feed, it's like, fuck, this is sick. We're getting a nice feed, or I get to make this nice meal at home for me and the missus. Whereas when you're just partying, that stuff's like,
see, like, look,
doesn't appeal to you at all.
If you go out and have, I'm not against people going out and having a drink and enjoying yourself. If you can, it's when you abuse it, man, and you're using it to escape. If you're going out and having going to races, you're having a few bets and whatever, and it's a good day and it's left as a good day, then happy days, you know what I mean? But then when you're turning to it to try and escape what's going on inside your head, that's when it turns into a real problem, like, do you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like everyone can... My opinion on drink is, right, if you took drink out from generations, right, it's been around for forever, man, right, and all of a sudden we were sitting here now doing this podcast, drink was never a thing, right, and someone came in with a fucking bottle of whiskey and went, yeah, lads, drink that and see what happens. Next minute you're arguing, that'd be a class A drug, man. Yeah. But because it's like the only thing that's social, it's like sociably accepted.
And that's probably why it's one of the worst substances for a lot of people, because it is socially accepted. That's it. I could go, hey, let's go down for a beer, and then you get inebriated and it's okay. It's okay. Whereas if you went and smoked a joint, it's looked down on. It's probably not as bad.
It doesn't do as much
damage, to society, or there's a fuckload of functioning alcoholics around. But they sort of...
It's not frowned upon because everybody does it. Do you know what I mean? But now, like, it's probably... So I sat down one night and was like, right, I need to peel all this when I was in my worst times mentally. And I peeled, like an onion, lad, I peeled all the layers back. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, right, listen, what's not good for me and what's good for me? Right, that's not good for me, fuck off. That's not, like, that's good for me, we'll keep that. I haven't done it. And I just peeled it all back and I was like, right, this is how I need to deal with my problems. I can't keep going, right, fuck it, I'll just go out for a pint with the lads, or I'll just go and do this, or I'll do that. And like, you have to have, there's got to be a point where you've had enough. Do you know what I mean, man? And I'd had enough of feeling this way the whole time. Do you know what I mean? And then now, picture this, man. Right, 6 months ago, right, you'd see me 6 months ago, fat as a house, man. No marriage had fell to bits. Everything had gone up the Swanee, right? And you turned round to me and said, be sitting here doing a podcast with you, training for a triathlon, fucking a resident of Australia, got a good... I would have told you to fuck off. But that's the power of just, like, switching your mindset from going, having a beer with the boys and doing the hard yards. Do you know what I mean? And, like...
It's funny, Luke, like, I was there 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You were at rock bottom. But I will say something that I really admired, and I was concerned for you, man. I really was. And, you came around, my wife, I have a lot to do with you. And I was like, he's fucking really at rock bottom and I'm concerned for him. But the thing you have always said to me, and even when I've had tough times, mate, next year's going to be fucking good.
Next one,
That attitude is uplifting, and you're a credit to yourself.
Thanks, man.
Because you have kept that. And, even I've had shit times and you've been around and you've got, mate, Joey, next year you're going to fucking have this break and I'm going to have this. And I'm like, fuck, is this cunt just blowing smoke up my ass? But you
and look what's happened this year, lads.
You fucking meant it.
Do you know what I mean? And look what's happened for you this year, bro.
You have made this happen for yourself.
You've got to keep the hope, lads. You've got to keep the faith. And especially when you're down and out, man, you've got to remember, like, you weren't always like this. Things, circumstances and stuff has brought you to this point, but, like, you weren't always... You just got to keep, like, somewhat positive. And, like, I know it's hard to say sometimes, you know what I mean, but sometimes you just got to do it with your chin up and your chest out, lads, you know what I mean, and you go for it.
Small runs on the board as well. Just, like, I'm sure at the start you weren't fucking... Like, day one, you weren't committing to like an Ironman, right? Yeah. But it's just like those little things add up over time and keeping at them. And you probably, like, I don't know exactly, but, like, you probably fuck up a few times. Like,
of course.
It happens to everyone, but you just got to keep sort of...
You're only human, aren't you?
Getting back on the train. Yeah.
So, I never ever thought I'd be training for an Ironman. Like, this is fucking way
I never thought you would have been either.
this is extreme behaviour.
That wasn't on the bingo card. 2025.
That wasn't on the...
So you've had a fight on Rogue, and you went fucking hard on that. Like, we were I was coaching at 5 a.m. before work,
Yes.
and you had the fight on Rogue, didn't go your way. Once you've done this,
I'm coming back to MMA, yeah.
You'll have another crack.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
That's on camera.
Unfinished business now.
And
the only reason...
Anyone to call out?
no.
I think we all know it. And I think he knows if he's watching.
I think you've lost too much weight,
I think you'll be in a different weight class, Luke.
Yeah, no, I'll go up a weight again, no problem.
That's worked out for you really well. For the record, Luke fought interclub kickboxing at super heavyweight and broke his foot. And
do you remember the shit we're giving you after that?
I know, lad, I know. You best be it.
You're being a pussy.
Yeah,
Your legs not
absolutely.
hurt.
That was a bit of tough love. He fought this massive Islander guy and booted him inside the leg, and I saw it. It was like foot on knee contact straight away. And I went, oh God. Then he came back to me in the corner and I said, mate, keep kicking him. You're fine.
You'll be all right, lad. Don't worry about it.
He kept kicking him, and then after the fight, he was hobbling around.
We had to
And I'm
carry
like,
him
mate,
to
it's
the
not
Afghani
even
joint.
fucking...
Yeah.
Come on, walk it off.
It was a bad one, that.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I was in a movie.
What was it? Your
for, like,
Liz
Frank joint, yeah, absolutely ruined it. Like, yeah.
So we're not fighting at heavyweight again, is what you're saying?
Oh, well, you know what, man? I'll have it. I'll give anything a go.
I know you
know what I mean?
I know,
I'll
fucking
give
know you.
anything a go.
Let's get you like 80 kilos.
Well,
80 kilo fight.
I think I'll run the Ironman pretty much at 80 kilos. Like,
And then you could even do 77, cut a little bit. That'll be fun, 77. Man. We should document that as well.
Yeah,
That'd
100%.
Cool.
Yeah, of course. I like, do you know what, man? Right, it's proper annoyed me both times. It's like really, still bothers me to this day. Like, do you know what I mean? Because obviously, lad, that's the thing with the fight game. It's a ruthless game, man. Do you know what I mean? You go, well, 12 weeks of training your bollocks off, and then it can just like that, man.
Yeah.
And then it's not like playing football or
where you get your 90 minutes.
You get your 90, but no, you're back next week.
Yeah.
You have to wait again, and then especially for you, man, like you could be waiting. Like, how many months have you waited in between fights before, man? You know, and like it eats away at you. Like, and I've only done it once. Then, man, like you lads who do it for a living, like, do you know what I mean? So it's cool, like.
All right. Well, I really wanted to get you in. Well, we really wanted to get you in.
Thanks for the opportunity, boys. Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Luke, I just want, before we sort of change the subject, Luke will probably he would never admit this because he's not a guy seeking recognition, but there's been people that have been messaging you saying how much of an inspiration you are, and
cool.
That, you know, guys that are at rock bottom where you've been, and you've actually been helping people, and you've said, hey, here's my number. And you've reached out to them, and the positive impact you're having by being the everyman, which you are. You're a tradie. You're the common man. Is really impressive, and you know, I'm super proud of you, man.
Thank you, Ben.
Like, if there was more people doing that in the world, it'd be a better place for sure.
Yeah.
On that emotional note, before I start crying, we do have to get to sparring.
That's fine.
Man.
That's fine. I've got to go swimming.
There is nothing I'd rather worse.
No problem.
For someone that's like really struggling, what's one thing that someone can do like right now to help them?
Right now.
What's one piece of advice you'd give somebody?
Like who's a bit rock bottom, blah, you struggling. Sit down and have a real long look at yourself in the mirror and be like, right, do I really want this? Or that's what I said to myself, right? It was like, I know I'm better than this. So sit back down and be like, how much do you want it? Like, do you know what I mean? Do you want to continue to be like this, or do you want to do something else? Like, just don't give up on yourself, man. Because like, look, 6 months ago, rock bottom. Today, we're sitting on podcasts and like helping people.
I mean, there's 30 people.
Number one podcast in Australia.
I know, but like, it's like fucking hell, man. Like, do you know what I mean? I know, like, using like, 6 months ago, rock bottom.
Man, yeah,
now we're training for Ironman, we're helping people, doing podcasts. I'm going to go and swim 2 kilometres now, man. Joe, like how fucking mad's that, man? Do you know what I mean?
Imagine where this podcast could be in 6 months, Joey. The sky's the fucking limit, brother.
Sky's the limit for anybody, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, so...
That's a great question. Hang on, we're just going to recap what we've got coming up in the gym. We have we've actually got Dean, or Denis, the Australian as he's now called, our big Irishman, fighting over in Phuket, out of the gym, Absolute Gym in Phuket.
Is he fighting the big Russian with the belt?
I'm not sure. He could be, but I think he told me he was fighting a pommy guy. So, Irish versus English. So yeah, he's fighting out of our Thai gym over there. So that'll be awesome, and good luck to him tonight. And then coming up, we've got Ash fighting on Hex. She's fighting a very good opponent who used to train here and trains in Thailand, Kim. So that'll be a really good fight on November 23rd. And then we've got Sam and Alistair coming up on the Gold Coast Eternal. They're fighting a couple of guys 29th. Out of 29th.
I believe 29th.
Or 30th, I think.
That weekend.
Fighting a couple of good guys out of Compton's gym. Sammy's looking to bounce back after his last loss, and Al is riding some momentum. I think he's 3-0 at the moment.
100% finish rate.
100% finish rate.
2 more
and
wins,
world's best paid semi-pro athlete, I should say.
Professional.
So those guys. And then Adele is also on the night after Eternal on the other side of the country in Perth. I'm not sure what the name of the show, but she's got a rematch against a girl that nearly head kicked KO'd her, and then she came back and knocked her out. So that'll be a great fight. Thin division, so the rematches will happen. So those girls might end up fighting 3 times, but hopefully Adele does the job on her again.
Yeah, some good fights coming up. Our last little segment of the show. This is for the viewers out there who want to vote. We'll get Stocky to answer first.
Yeah, you've got to answer this question.
So you don't see him right now. I don't even know which camera I'm looking at, but we got the man behind all the magic here, Josh Rotoli, JR Photography. We had him do a 7-minute round with Connor, the Commonwealth wrestler, our wrestling coach here.
Well, he's been to the World Champs
and World Champs.
One of my training partners for a number of years.
Highly
very
accredited.
Gifted athlete. He's had an MMA fight as well. He's trained with all of us. Yeah.
So they went 7-minute round, 2 minutes boxing, 2 minutes kickboxing, 3 minutes MMA. How do you think that went?
I don't think the MMA would have went very well for Josh since he's a big wrestler, but the boxing, I'll let Josh have the boxing. Let Josh have the box. Go on, son. Always go for the dog, lads, innit?
We'll talk about the results because this will go up in a reel, I'm assuming. Is that right, Josh? So we can cut it out. It's going to go up in a reel. We're just making sure Josh does the work he gets paid to do. So
I heard, and I wasn't in, I got an emergency text, quick, come down, a fight's taking place. I heard Josh did the absolute business on all fronts on him. I heard he took Connor down.
Oh, mate.
Josh won the striking. However, Connor's competed at a high level. Josh runs like 5Ks on the weekends. Connor has that competitive instinct and was trying to hurt Josh a bit more. Josh was a bit too nice.
Okay.
The most surprising thing I've almost as surprising as Luke Stock running a Ironman.
Yeah.
Josh took Connor down legitimately.
Wow.
And I'd like us to insert the footage here, Josh.
Yeah. Insert the footage.
Come on, lads. Get the footage
And
out,
then
man.
Josh has gone and stitched Connor up after the fact. He's gone and printed out these posters. He's gone and put a poster out there. He's chucked up a photo of Connor after his loss in his one and only MMA
You're
fight.
an absolute dog.
Josh is what we call in this industry a front runner. You give him a sniff and he fucking goes with it. But yeah, that's us.
All right. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Stock.
Thanks,
Stock,
Thank
man.
you, Stock. You
Appreciate
appreciate
That's
that.
it, man.
Done.
God bless.
Done.